Hits 4FM.
Yes, of course, we're here in the complex in the Dublin City Centre for the preview of the Angela Ashes musical, which takes place in the Bordgosh Energy Theatre on the 18th of July. And I'm here with our very own Dublin-born native Jacinta Whyte.
Woohoo!
Back to where it all began.
Back, I know, from Annie to Angela. What do you think? There's a tagline for you.
I seen you first of all, of course, back in the 90s when you were on the cabaret circuit in Tamangos of all places.
Was it Tamangos
Yes.
where the gang goes?
Yeah, a staff party. But you're here to do this particular role. What attracted you to it? Because people
Right.
think it's a bit down deep, but
It's not. You know what? I first read the novel a long, long time ago when it first came out. Then I was so excited going to see the film. And as usual, a lot of films don't transport to film very well from the book. And then when Pat contacted me, and she sent me the script, and it leapt off the page that to me, it was a bit like an Irish Blood Brothers and a Les Miserables. So it's funny. It's tragic, but it's funny. So you'll have a really sad scene, and then there's a really, really funny scene to sort of balance it out. So that leapt off the page. The music, when I heard the music, I thought, that's really catchy. I listened to them once, and the next morning I was still singing Angela's Ashes. And you just
gorgeous.
think, it's just beautiful. And there are a lot of refrains like Les Mis or Miss Saigon in the score where they come back again and again, so the audience get familiarised with them. And then obviously coming home to be at home with the family for a while, although I've left my husband and son behind, so they're not too impressed, but they'll be over for the first night. And working with Tom Sutherland, our director, who's just
he's absolutely amazing.
The vision he has had. He's turned the whole script upside down, and he pulls it apart and dissects it, puts it back together again. Our choreographer, Steve Clough, who's come with him from the UK, their minds, they work as one, and it's just, and actually everybody in this company, I keep saying it, but it's a really particularly special company because all Irish, which is great, bringing their own talents to the table and working really well together. And I think it's lovely that this piece, I'm praying it goes beyond Ireland to tell the tale, as Frank McCourt said, but the fact that it's originating here is special. We're opening in Limerick and then we come to Dublin.
Then you come back home.
I come back home for the summer.
You've been in so many theatres here in Dublin, but you're going to be playing in the Bordgosh Energy Theatre. What are you looking forward to doing there?
Oh my God, in the Bordgosh, well, just fill in that space. I went to see a show there the other evening, and actually I sat with Tom and Steve, the choreographer and the director, and we all went, oh my God, this is big. So I've not played the Bordgosh. I did some work on the Fame TV series a few years ago for Shinawil.
Right, you've seen it,
yeah. And I loved that, but there was a big difference being the big judge behind the table, and now I'm going to be and now I'm on it, and it's a bit like, oh my God. So yeah, that I've never been on that space, and it's an amazing theatre. So I believe it's all singing, all dancing, bells whistling, and all sorts. So
well, to have you back home, it's going to be amazing. Anyway, I can't wait to see you on that particular stage.
Robbie,
So thank you so much for talking to us.
Very welcome. Very welcome. Thank you so much for your time. Lovely to chat.
This is Classic Hits 4FM.
Yes, of course, we're here at the preview of Angela's Ashes, the musical, which arrives at the Bordgosh Energy Theatre on July the 18th here in Dublin. And I'm with the producer, Pat. Pat, you're very welcome along to Classic Hits 4FM. What a role to take on. Was it a challenge for you to do?
Well, it certainly was. I mean, it's been a labour of love for me, and I've been working on it now for 4 years. So what you saw today in rehearsal was very much close to the end of this big baby being born. I mean, it's a book that has stayed with me from the time it was published. I just felt the material was right. I thought, even though these poor people lived in terrible poverty and miserable circumstances, and they had an alcoholic father, they also had an ordinary life. They had a life where, the family still had to get on with the ordinary things in life. And there's some hilarious scenes in the book that we are portraying on stage, like the first Holy Communion scene, the grandmother thinking that Frank's hair standing up was as a result of his Protestant Northern Irish father, and skipping the Irish dance class and spending the money going to the pictures to see James Cagney. So there's lots of light moments in it as well, and the music is just sensational.
Absolutely, of course. And people who saw the movie, they all think by looking at the movie it's going to be very downtrodden. Seeing this today, it's completely the opposite.
Oh, it's the complete opposite. This is not at all like the film. The film was very grey and very rainy. This is very bright, and it's the show that I believe people are going to laugh and cry when they come. And if you can get that from an audience, you really have engaged them. If the emotions are that strong on either end of the scale.
I just have to say, by looking at the production today, this is not going to just stay in Ireland. This is going to go worldwide, isn't it?
Well, I think the first step is to get it up. We start in Limerick on the 6th of July, and we're there for 10 days, and then we come into Bordgosh, and then we go on to Belfast. So let's see how audiences react to it. I'm the one that's been reacting to it up to now. So until we put it in front, it's the other piece of the jigsaw when the audience come in.
Well, the best of luck, and thank you so much for talking to Classic Hits 4FM.
You're very welcome.
Classic Hits 4FM.